How to create lead magnets or opt-ins in Tekmatix. Now what you see here is a Tekmatix form that is giving away a free thing. All the person has to do is pop in their name, pop in their email address, and boom, press send me my free training, and it will say, congratulations, check your emails. Now, behind the scenes, I will have received an email giving me access to the freebies. I will have been added to the contact list and added notes and so much more admin happening behind the scenes, as well as now triggered me into a automated nurture sequence that will continue to communicate with me and upsell me to other stuff. Now, this is critical. Having free things in your business to generate leads, to build your email list up so that you can then use tech to continuously upsell to those people is absolutely essential. So much so that contact lists are actually included in business valuations as assets. But how do you do all this techie stuff? As an example here, I've got a free workshop. People can come in, see this amazing free workshop, pop in their name and email address and register, or press register here, blah, blah, blah. It will send them the free workshop. This could be some kind of PDF. But again, how do you do all this? Glad you asked. I'm going to take you through a full demo right now of how to set up lead magnets, including how to actually make one. I'm just going to give you a couple of quick tips here if you're thinking, oh, I'm going to make this, it's going to take me forever. I'm going to show you how to do this in 60 seconds and how to set up the workflows, the automated workflows, and these opt-in forms behind the scenes using some of the templates that we have available for you. So let's go into your Tekmatix account. Now, the first thing we want to do is actually create that opt-in form, as in this box here, or this box that I've already filled in, or the box that you saw on the workshop. You need to create this first to give people the option to opt in. This is what will trigger off all of our workflows. So to make a form, step one, you're going to log into your Tekmatix account. Let's set my big old head a bit smaller over here. Looks like that's the smallest I can make it. Sorry about my head. We're going to click on websites and funnels on your main menu. So just be aware that this main menu does scroll down. You're going to need to scrolly on here to see all of the options. But we're going to go to websites and funnels, and we're going to click on forms and then form builder. This is how we create that opt-in form. Now, FYI, you can create forms from templates. I'll show you what that looks like just for your information, because you can go in here and find a whole bunch of different templates that you can use. However, I'm going to show you how important it is to create just really, really simple forms. This is all you got to do, okay? We're going to press add a form from scratch, create. From here, the only thing you need for a free opt-in, I strongly recommend for a free opt-in, is first name and email address. The second you add more fields and opt-in fields is the second you reduce your amount of signups. Any more information that you're asking for than that is going to create sign-up friction, and you're going to lose your leads. So what will happen when you sign into your form builder area? Number one, up at the very top here, give it a proper name. I always name mine what it is, lead magnet, and then I put the title of the lead magnet. I know, let's call it 10 steps to create a membership PDF, I don't know, e-guide. There we go. Okay, just give it a proper name. Yes, I know I haven't spelled that right. Don't worry, only you see that. The only thing I want is first name. So we're going to click on last name, delete it. We're going to click on phone number, delete it. And we want email address. Now, if you want to make first name required, when you click on it, it should show up our form settings over here. Why are you not showing me form settings? Oh, there it is. It's in here. You've got to press the settings. All right, settings icon. And I want to make this required. Over on the right-hand side is wherever you edit whatever you've clicked on, okay? So I want to make this required. Now it's got a little asterisk next to it. That means it is now set to required. Now, you need to decide under your own compliance regulations what you need to have here, but you might just want to have a really simple box. We're all in different countries. We all are in different industries. We all have different terms that we need to have here. So you need to decide, do I need that or not? Okay. I'm just going to take it off for the sake of making it nice and clean and simple. And the button is we click on the button. All right. Click on settings. It will open up the settings area here. We don't want it to say button. We want it to say, get the free membership guide now. All right. Boom, that's going to pop it in there. You can change the formatting, you can change the style, you can change the boldness, you can change, undo. You can change the text, whether it's highlighted, the size, what font and everything you're using, all that kind of stuff you can change. As you scroll down this like button settings area, you can change the color. maybe you don't want it green, maybe your hex code color is different. Whatever you want to do, you can change, okay? So that is all your editing area. Now on the little form style icon underneath your save button, I do recommend you press save first. This is an online platform. If you lose your internet connection, you will lose whatever work you've done. Press your little icon button here. A couple of things I just want to show you is under the advanced settings, is it? Oh no, it's not there anymore. It's moved 2 settings. Okay, ignore the settings in your form building area here. So we're in the editing settings right now. Click on the settings button and you can choose here what you want the pop-up message to be. So this could be, woohoo, success, we have received your submission. Please now check your emails for your free guide. Okay, and you might even want to put in there something like, if your free guide cannot be found in your inbox within the next 5 minutes, please email me on myemailaddress.com so that I can help you get your access. So that's always just nice for a little pop-up that you can have in there, okay? Now, that gives you a little preview. You can change the colors and everything of that. If you are running ads, you might want to put in your Facebook pixels. But what I like to do here is turn on sticky contact. What that means is if they are already a contact in your system, that information will pre-fill, which is pretty useful. And if you are in a GDPR compliance area, you might want to just turn that on as well to make sure that the font is the right font. And we're going to press Savity Save over there. Now, the other thing you might want to do in your editing settings here, if you like to receive notifications inside your inbox that somebody has filled this form in, you can turn on the email notifications. You want to just change the subject to yourself, make sure that you've got it being sent to you. If you want the client to get that notification, you can also turn that on here. Now remember, this is a lead magnet. If you're going to be getting heaps of them, I wouldn't be turning on notifications, but if you're somebody who likes to get them, just letting you know that's where you can turn that on. So where I found that was clicking on edit and pressing the ding dong bell at the top, okay? Now this is our form, step 1 done. Woohoo, we've now created our form. Now, by the way, when we press integrate and share, this is the link that you can use to share this form wherever you want. If you want to embed this in a page, which is what I've done both here where I filled that in before, here, this is an embedded form as well, or on my free webinar page here, that is also an embedded form, then you can grab the embed code link. But I'm just going to show you how else you can do that as well. So whether you want to share, copy the link. Either way, you've now got a form. Now, what I'm going to do next is show you how you actually create the opt-in funnel itself. So I'm going to go full demo here. We're going to go and create the page, like this page for your opt-in, your free thingy, okay? What we're going to do is go on over into websites and funnels, click on funnels. Now, by the way, we do have a number of different templates, but I also encourage you to have a play with the AI builder as well, because that is pretty amazing. It will build a whole funnel for you by the time you've made a cup of tea, just by giving it a few text prompts, which is pretty exciting. For now, I'm just going to show you where the templates are. If I press new funnel, from templates, press continue, there are actually a number of different templates that you can choose from here. If I type in lead, I'll see if something comes up. Lead magnet, is there a lead or opt-ins? Either way, just have a little look through all of the different templates. Now, bear in mind, you can change the colors, you can change the fonts, you can change absolutely everything in here. I might click on most popular. See what we've got going on here with the most popular lead magnet. Can we do opt-in maybe? Opt-in, not seeing any opt-in buttons. There's a free webinar one we can have a little play with. Look, I'm just going to pick something random here. I don't really like that one at all. I find it very ugly, actually. But for the sake of demonstration, I'm just going to pick this template, and it's going to add the template to your funnels area, which you can then go and edit. Now, building with AI is super fun. You can give it your hex code, your colors, give it a description of your product, and it will write the whole sales page for you, build and design the whole sales page for you and everything. But I'm just going to show you the manual way so that you know how to edit these things going forward. Now, while that's loading itself up, it will take a few seconds just to come through. Boom, it's done already. I will show you how to edit all of these elements, but we now kind of want to get all of our copy together right. And this is how actually we can get AI to change this for us. So I'm just going to actually make my lead magnet now using a combination of ChatGPT to come up with a copy, Canva AI to make the actual e-guide itself, and then use that to edit my page. So I'm just going to come in here and say, I want to create a lead magnet for entrepreneurs, business owners, course creators, and coaches called the 10-step system to create and publish your own profitable membership. Please write down the 10 steps in my own personal style using my content that you know already for one of these target audience members to create their membership, from the planning, the design, all the way through to the setting it up on their Tekmatix account and using all of our steps and SOPs that you already know. So I'm just going to chuck this into ChatGPT, and hopefully it's going to give us a cool bit of text educational content around that information. And hopefully it's going to give us the tips. Here we go. Yes. So I'm just going to pause this while it does that. Boom, it's now created the copy. So here's what I'm going to do now is I'm going to copy the copy. Now, of course, I would put this into a Google document if this was real. This is only a demo. I would put it into a Google Doc. I would make sure I edit it, change it, put it all in my words, blah, blah, blah. You get the point. But I'm, for the sake of demonstration, now I'm just going to create the actual lead magnet itself as an e-guide. I'm going to go into Canva, and on the top right-hand corner here, you have Canva AI. Now, bear in mind, I do believe that this is limited to certain kinds of accounts. So if you can't see this, it might be that you're on a free account, and I'm not sure if Canva AI is available on free accounts yet. But this is all I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Canva AI. Now, here in what kind of document or video or element do you want to create? I'm going to click on documents, and I'm going to say, please create an educational e-guide for this text. And then I'm going to paste in the text, literally paste what ChatGPT has given me. Oh, it's not filled the whole thing in. So we might need to give it to it in pieces, but we can do that later. We're just going to press go. Now, watch this, my friends. Oh, is it? What's it doing? No. Please create an educational e-guide based on these text. And come on. It did it so good earlier, didn't it? Of course it's not now I'm on a demo. I think it's because I'm giving it too much. Maybe we've got too much text in there. There we go. All right, I had too much text in there. So it's only gonna allow you to do so much, but look at this. I could, by the way, also say in my branding, which I didn't say this time around. I did do it in my demo that I did earlier. But there we go. Boom, there's your lead magnet. Done. Done. Press use Canva editor. Now, of course, I could go in and change the font, change the colors, add my logos, all that kind of fun stuff. So if I wanted to change that background to anything, go into my brand, find my logo, chuck my logo in there. All right, you get the whole point. Oh, whoa, that didn't work very well, did it? But obviously I'd make sure I'm happy with it. Press the share button, and I'm going to download this as a PDF and download. So now I've got it. Of course, remember, as I said, edit the thing. Simple e-guide checklist. Of course, this could be a video. It could be anything you want. I'm just showing you how quick and easy this can be with an e-guide. Stop mucking around, taking ages. Just get the thing out there, okay? Now, I feel like this is way too complicated for any kind of opt-in. So all I'm going to do now is, actually, I wonder if we can get our AI assist to do this for us. Please change all of the text to promote this free e-guide. Let's see what it does. I haven't tried this one yet. Let's give it a go, see if it will change the copy for us. Again, that's just taking way too long for me. I'm just going to go back into my ChatGPT and say, please create the copy for a short and simple opt-in page to get people to get this e-guide for free. Keep it really short and simple. This is going to be definitely too much on our page builder here. Hopefully, there we go. We've got the title, we've got the subtitle, we've got the 3 bullet points of what they're going to learn, and then our call to action. Right, this is perfect for a free opt-in. So I'm just going to take that text there. We are going to get rid of all of this text bit at the top, and I'm going to call this Get Your Free E-Guide to Create Your Membership Today. And I'm going to add a big heading. Let's add 1 column. Add a heading section, or we could even add over here, 1 column and a header. Text, headline. How to create membership in 10 simple steps. And the all important free e-guide. Now, of course, I would change all the formatting. I would change the background colors. Whatever you click on, you can change the color of over here. So if I wanted that to be pink, whoa, I mean, obviously that's a bit crazy, but you can just see here, you can change everything. You can change the font. Again, I could change that to a custom font, which I can upload down the bottom here. If I move that out of the way, you can upload your custom fonts and anything you want, right? So this isn't going to be a free webinar. It's just going to be an e-guide. So I could get rid of that. And I'm going to just put the title that ChatGPT has given me in here. And then the second part was a little bit of text. Copy the text for the subheading. And again, I can change the font, I can change the colors. I'm really not going to worry too much about that right now. I just want to get this thing live and launched, right? We're going to get rid of that. We only want the button. The button is not going to say join the free webinar. Get your free memberships e-guide emailed to you now. I can change the color of this button because it's kind of hideous. All right. I don't know why it's so fat either. Let's go to styles. It's fat because it's got massive padding. So we can change that to 10 and that to 10 and that to 10 and that to 10. See how the padding changes. We can get rid of that icon on there as well. I don't know where the icon button is, but in general settings, we've got a link. There's the icon. We don't want an icon, so we get rid of that. Boom, see the icon settings there. What do we want to happen when someone clicks on this button? We want them to fill in the opt-in form. So when we're on the button, the most important section to go to is under your general button settings. Find the part called button actions. And we want, when somebody clicks on that button, we want them to open up a form, okay? So we are going to see if we can open up the form website URL, and then we need to put the link to our form in here. All right, how do we do that? How do we do that? We've got to go back and get our form link because I forgot to save mine. I am just going to press back. Let's press save. Always press save. Save, 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 save. Okay, cool. I'm going to press back. Go back to websites and funnels. That's right, websites and funnels. Go to our forms, form builder. If you click on the little clickety clock right here, it will show you the last form you made. So there's our link. I'm going to open it up by clicking on it. Press integrate, share, copy form link. Now that was a nice bit of revision for you, wasn't it? We're going to come back out of our form, go back to our funnels, websites and funnels. Where are you? Websites and funnels. Go back into funnels, click on the clickety clock here, and it will bring up the most recent thing we were working on. That was the one we were working on there. Let's open it up. And my gosh, this has a lot of steps in this funnel, doesn't it? I'm going to go back to press edit on this funnel page. And then we can add in our little pop-up. Okay, scroll down, scroll down, scroll down. There's our button. Again, that is way too big. The text is too big, but we can change all of that here. All of that stuff can be changed. Look, that's better, isn't it? That's why it was so huge. So on the button, click on the button, general, scroll down until you find button actions. We want to send them to a website URL, and we want to paste in that form to link to our form, okay? Open in a new tab, yes or no? I would say no, because you want the actual form to pop up on the same screen they're on right now. Now, you could put in pictures of yourself in here, but I recommend getting rid of basically everything for a free opt-in. You really only want to have a checklist of what they get. So I'm just going to move this stuff out of the way. Your author might be you, or your coach, if that's you. It's just going to be you. So get rid of this section. Just make sure that's changed to your head. How do you do that? You click on you, change that to a photo of you. Now, obviously, I'm just going to upload a random photo because I don't have a picture of me on here. And just change that to your name by clicking on there. Okay, get the point. Blah, blah, blah. If I didn't want that to be blue, I click on the blue bit. I change that to whatever I want it to be, okay? Inside these dot points, I can change this picture to whatever I want it to be, but I'm gonna put in here something like what's included, and here's what you get. And again, I'm not being pretty here. I'm gonna go back to my ChatGPT. Here is what you get, number one. Boom. It's lost its icon. Never fear. All right, let's put the other one in there just for the sake of demonstration. I'm going to copy the second point, put it in here. Now look, we've lost our icons. Oh no, do not fear. What do we want to edit? This section here. Click on it. Over on the right-hand side where you've got your general settings, obviously you can change the font size, you can change the line height, you can change any colors that you want on here, but this is where you can have your icon. Maybe you want to change it to a checkbox. So let's change it to a checkbox. Oh, why aren't you showing checkbox? Check, check, check. It's not great for my demonstration. Never works when you want it to. Icon color, maybe I want that to be pink. All right, let's just press save and see if it does it. Of course, it's not when I'm doing a demo, isn't it? Maybe it needs to be a bullet point for it to actually work. Let's try bullet points. So I'm going to add an element. Scroll down over here. We're going to add a bullet point list. I think that's maybe why it needs to be like that. There we go. That looks better anyway. So I would put in all of my what you get one, what you get two, blah, 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 blah. Like I'll just put the same thing for the time being. You can see here with the icon, it has an inbuilt icon in it. Now we're editing the bullet point list. We can change the icon color to pink, and I could change it to a different kind of checkbox down here if I want to. So you can see here, you can change it to whatever you like, any kind of icon. Get the point? Of course you get the point. You're going to put in your bullet point lists. Now what I'm going to do is get rid of everything else because this is just an opt-in. With opt-ins that are free, the more you have in here, the more decision fatigue people are going to get. I keep it super simple, maybe just have a little bit about you. I would get rid of everything else on here other than just cloning this button, which now goes to your form. So I'm going to press clone and drag and drop this down to the end of the next section right there, and probably clone it again and put it right at the very bottom too. Just the more places you put your form button, the more chance you've got people filling it in, basically. So there we go. Now I've got, I would obviously change the bottom down here with your own logos and links to your own socials and everything. But now, boom, we've got a really simple e-guide. Remember again, you don't like all this big spacing? Cool, no worries. Click on it, right? Click on here, click on general, click on styles, and you can change the spacing that is involved in each of the different element areas here. You could make this smaller if you want to, okay? Over in your editing area, general, change that to like 35. That's a little bit better, isn't it? Again, with each of these element areas and sections, there is padding on all of them. So you might need to just check all of the padding on all of the sections just to make sure you've got the right spacing. But this is it. You've now made your thing, your page, your, when I say thing, your actual lead magnet itself. You've made the opt-in page, and you've now put in the button that goes to the opt-in form. So now we're going to press save. You're definitely now going to want to press publish after you have pressed save. Now this is a demo account, so it's not going to go anywhere, but if you have connected your domain, you can connect your domains in your free onboarding call. Or you can book a Tekspert for an hour and they can just help you get this connected, all right? I'm just gonna pick something for the time being just to get this published. And also the one thing you might want to check is what's called your SEO metadata over here. This is the information that shows up on Google when you do a search. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you put the title, free e-guide, 10 steps to creating a membership, right? That's just what's gonna show up on your Google page. Download Sarah Cordoner's free e-guide that will walk you through the stages of creating and publishing a membership. Just make sure this is SEO discoverable. If you're not sure how to do that, say to ChatGPT, please can you create SEO metadata for my page? All right, and it will give them to you. Keywords, this is what people are most likely to type in. Author, that's going to be you. Image will be whatever image you want to show up on Google, but I'd recommend it's kind of an image that depicts what your lead magnet actually is. Okay, I'm going to press publish on that, so that all saves. Now we've got our opt-in page for our free thing. Simple, simple, easy peasy lemon squeezy. That took us about 15 minutes. And if I wasn't teaching, it would have been quicker. Now we have here, because I've used this template, millions of steps in this thing. We do not need millions of steps in a freebie. You might want to have an upsell to something else afterwards, but all I'm going to do is create a really simple two-step funnel. I have to write this in capital letters. A simple two-step funnel, which is just literally the opt-in, and a thank you page. Yes, I do want to be deleted. Now, I don't want this to be called webinar registration. A couple of things I just want to do on here is click on publishing and change this. Only we see this, by the way. Free lead magnet memberships. Okay, and we might just want to change that to lead memberships. Update step. So this URL is important because it will be yourdomain.com/whatever you write there. This step name is only for you and only what you see, okay? Thank you page, we'll edit that in just a second. It's very, very simple. It's just a pop-up confirmation that says your thing has been successful. Now, what I would do is I would go through and just delete all of these other pages because we just don't need them, okay? We really, really do not need them for a free opt-in. We just want the opt-in and the thank you. And for those of you that are more advanced, you might want to have a third step as an upsell. But this is all you want to happen, okay? Thank you is just going to literally be what happens after they opt in. It's also not entirely necessary for an opt-in because remember your form submission settings, you put congratulations, now please check your account. So again, I would make this really simple. It just needs to say thank you and then what you want them to do. So I would just literally put in here, you have now received an email with access to your free membership e-guide. Please check your emails, refresh it, check emails from my name, Sarah Cordiner, from the email address, myemailaddress.com. Like, really, that's all it needs to say. Do you need to have a back to home page? No, you don't, but you can have any other call to action there if you want to. Now, you don't need to worry about metadata on a thank you page because it doesn't need to rank on Google, only your sales page does. But bam, you now have your 2 steps. Now, a couple of little bits of admin. You don't want this to be called webinar coaching in your funnels, or you're never going to be able to find it. So up in your main settings for your funnel here, just click on the settings option. This is for your overarching funnel. Again, I would call this what it is. Lead magnet, 10 steps to creating your own membership. This is the sort of naming convention you want to use. Again, you see this, not the client. The path, you might want to make it just for you, lead magnet memberships. Don't want to be capitals, by the way, but it might just recorrect itself there. It's probably not going to come up as capitals overall. Press save down the bottom here. Now what this will do is just make sure that you have the right name to your 2-step funnel. Now, when we are clicked on the actual lead magnet sales page step, here is the link that you're going to share with the world. That is now published. So if I go and test it, we are going to very simply have a little check. We're going to click all of our buttons and see if they work. So, I mean, okay, I know that we didn't design this to be pretty, but it's functional, right? Russell Brunson, kind of the granddaddy of forms, of sales pages, taught us that we don't need stuff to look pretty. Now, here it goes. It opens up our form. And now our 3rd step and our final step is to create the automated delivery fulfillment sequence. We've made that for you. There's a template in your account. Let's go edit that now. To find your workflow template, we're now going to go back to your main menu in your Tekmatix account, click on automated workflow. And if you go into your search bar up here, type in lead and hit search. You will find a couple of templates in here because I've made quite a few, but you're looking for one called lead magnet workflow. Yes, okay, you're looking for one called lead magnet workflow. And if you click on this, you'll know if you've got the right one because it will look like what you're about to see on my screen. Now, lead magnet workflow, this is the correct one. The trigger is that a form has been submitted. Remember, they had to actually fill in this form, okay? Form has been submitted. We're going to edit this in a moment, and there's a few things that are then going to happen going forward. But the first thing we want to do is edit this trigger. This is what fires off this particular workflow. So we're going to tell the system by clicking on the form submission, we're telling the system that the form that's triggering this is, and then choose your form. And there is my lead magnet, 10 steps to create a membership. That's the form that we've made for this workflow. We're going to press save trigger, and then we are going to tag them with a tag that they have opted in for this thing. So I'm going to make a tag. Opted in to the free 10 steps to creating a membership. Cool. Now we don't have a tag yet, so you must remember to press add tag. and you'll know that it's added because it will turn up in this little gray box. Save. The next tag needs to be mailing list. Please keep it the same. Mailing list tags are what will ensure that people now get added to your mass distribution lists later. Now, customer journey, if you haven't created a customer journey yet, please go to the Tekmatix YouTube channel and go to the customer journey playlist and watch a video on how to set up your customer journey. If you don't have a customer journey yet, you might want to delete this action step. If you do have one, then you're going to choose your customer journey. Okay, so my pipeline might be there, and they are now a lead. Okay, they are lead because they've opted into something for free. They have not purchased anything. So they want to be moved to the lead stage of your customer journey. The name should be contact name. The source should be attribution source. This will tell you where did they come from, how did you acquire that lead. The opportunity value, the opportunity is the client, right? This is kind of sales talk. What is this customer worth to you? Roughly, what are they likely to spend with you if you were to convert them? What is a customer worth to you if this lead was to turn into a sale? What's like the average price someone would pay you if they were to become a customer? Now, the status of the sale is now currently open because they've not purchased anything yet. If they purchased something, we would have won the sale. The sale status is still open, okay? We're gonna press save. That's gonna move them to the right stage in our customer journey. Now we can add a note to their customer record. So change this to say whatever you want it to say, and this will actually become an automatically added note into the CRM here in Tekmatix. Now you can also add points to customers when they buy from you or take any action at all. Now for me, I personally calculate points based on the number of dollars they've spent with my business. The reason this is important is later on you can actually filter your contacts based on the number of points that they have, and this is going to be really cool for you to be able to offer VIP or do special sales promotions and things like that later based on who's buying from you the most. Now for a lead, I just give them 1 point, but if I'd sold something for $200, they'd get 200 points, right? You get the points, very simple. Whee! Now, we have an email where we can deliver to them the thing that they have got from us. Now you can make beautiful templates, which I do actually recommend. I do recommend actually creating a proper email inside your email templates area. In your main menu, go to marketing and emails, click on email templates and make a template. Then that would allow you to go in and choose your template that is all nicely pretty designed. Okay, for now, I'm just going to show you how we can do this with quick text using the template that I've provided. But the first thing we need is, this is the email that's going to deliver our thing. We now need to actually have the link to that guide that we created or to the video that we created. We actually have to have a link for this, and we're going to put our link inside our Tekmatix media library. So for now, I'm just going to press save on this, and I'm going to make sure that we are saved on our workflow up here. So make sure you press save. If it already says saved, you've got auto save turned on and you don't need to do anything. But if you've got a big blue save button here, make sure you press that. I just want to show you, I'm going to press duplicate on this so I can come back to it later. I'm going to show you now where we put, in this example, we've made an e-guide, right? Where we put that. Now, if this was a webinar video, maybe you've got it on YouTube. Make sure you grab the YouTube link so that when they receive this email from you, right, in your workflows, wherever it's gone, that's still loading right now, there's actually a link for them to click on. But what we're going to do is we are going to take our downloaded file that we got from Canva, because we, in this example, made a Canva e-guide. We're going to go into our Tekmatix main menu and find media storage on the main menu. This is a little bit like a Google Drive. Essentially, anything you upload to here, as you can see, there's a PDF that we did earlier, has its own link. And that's the link that we use in our fulfillment email so the client can download it, which is pretty cool, right? Let me just show you what this looks like. If I grab this link, I open up a new tab. Imagine the client's clicked on this. This is what will open up, right? So the client can then press download and actually download it straight to their device. But the cool thing about having it in your media library is you're going to be able to track later whether or not people clicked and downloaded these things or not, and then you can trigger off other automations. It gets very, very fun with what you can do. But we're going to just go to media library, press upload, and I'm just going to upload that guide that we made in Canva, which you saw me make in seconds, right? By just getting it from ChatGPT and using Canva AI. So now there's our 10-step system to a profitable membership. Click on the 3 dots ellipses and press get link. Now I'm going to go back to the workflow that we were working on earlier. Sometimes it changes size. You can press this in, scale out button here. We were working on our delivery email, the email that actually sends the customer their thing. Now, action name is just for you. That's what shows up on your step here. But let's just first of all fill in the from name. Put your cursor in there, press the little tag, and it needs to be from you. So it's from the account name. You are the account owner of your Tekmatix account. The from email, that's you, that's your email address. Make sure you press the tag account email. This again is making sure it's sending from the actual domain, the sending domain that's been connected to your Tekmatix account. If you were to put an email address in here that is not your sending domain, your emails will land in spam and you could get your email sending account under some kind of damage, all right? So make sure it says location.email right there. The subject line, here is your free membership guide download. Woohoo! Now we can even add the contact's first name in there by pressing the tag and pressing contact first name. And that will say, here is your free membership download, Sarah. Woohoo! How cool is that? Now we are going to go into our little building area here. And here is a little bit of template for you. Hello, contact first name. That will fill in their name. So excited that you are embarking on a journey of creating a membership. Here is your free e-guide as promised. And then I'm going to put here, click here to download your free membership e-guide. And I'm going to highlight that, make it bold, okay? And then I'm going to click on the add link and, oh, it's already pasted it in for me. Press paste, that's the link that we got from our media library, yeah, from our actual guide. Pasted it in, and I like to have it open in a new window. Press save. And then if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out. And then I always have a PS here. PS, contact first name. Do you want to get X results? Whatever it is that you help people do. So in this case, it would be just get your membership launched in a day, question mark. And then I'd pop in all of the other ways that I can help them. It might be book a call with me, which you can set up in Tekmatix. It might be come and join my XYZ coaching program. It might be come and take this course. It might be book a one-day session with me. I don't know, right? You can put it whatever you want it to be. But let me just tell you this. Your lead magnet delivery email will have the highest open rates of any of your emails because people are actively going to search for it, to open it, to get the thing. So I strongly, strongly recommend you have this PS call to action at the bottom that shares all of the different ways that you can help people get the result that's related to your lead magnet. Make sure this is like a sale, links of how they can pay you. Press save. Then we have a wait step in here called wait for 1 day, okay? And then send a follow-up email. You don't have to have this. You can delete this if you didn't want that step in there. But this is always nice, I think, for a lead magnet, is to just send them a little bit of a follow-up a day later or 2 days later or 3 days later. You can change that whenever you want. So again, I'd come in here, I'd edit this and just say something like, a day ago, you downloaded my free membership e-guide. Just wondering if you had a chance to open that or not. Here it is again, just in case. So that will then pop in the download your membership guide here. Going to highlight that, press bold, and I'm going to make sure it's in the link, paste, and then also change the text, put in my PSs at the bottom there, press save. Right, now we're going to press publish, save, done. That's it. You have now created a opt-in form to collect email addresses. You've created a funnel for the actual opt-in process of your lead magnet, really quick and easily. You've created the actual file itself. I keep taking you to the wrong one. The actual lead magnet file itself. If that had been a video in the delivery email, you'd obviously just change the link. And you've also made the automated lead magnet sequence so that it automatically gets delivered to them and they get tagged and all the admin is done accordingly. You've done all of that in less than 60 minutes and we were doing that slowly to teach. Don't forget you can go back and pause any of this. Now over here, bottom right hand corner, this is where you can get your help 24 hours a day by clicking on messages, and this will allow you to chat with one of our team any time of the day, live 24 hours a day. If you want help, you can hire a Tekspert by the hour as well. Simply come onto your main dashboard here, click on dashboards, you can press hire a Tekspert. From just $50, you can get one of our team to help you with that. Alternatively, when you go to tekmatix.com/services, we actually have fixed services that you can hire to get all of this done for you as a package, where you don't even have to be involved in the process. So if you scroll down here, we've got everything from getting your account quickly set up, building your website, doing a whole sales funnel for you. But this one here, your lead magnet and nurture system, might be something that you'd like our team to do for you. If you click on what you get, not only do you get a customized branded opt-in funnel, 2 steps for you, you also get your file download automation done for you, that whole automation you've just seen there. We also create a 10-step nurture sequence as part of that workflow. So instead of that workflow finishing at 2 check-ins, it would then go on and send them 10 more emails at a frequency that you choose that are really helpful educational emails related to your area of expertise, each one upselling to your products and services. So it becomes a sales system. We also do the forms for you and the tagging for you and your customer journey set up for you. And we make sure that everything is in your branding. So if you'd like to book any of those services, that's tekmatix.com/services. Otherwise, I hope you found this helpful. Enjoy creating your lead magnets. The more the merrier. And as always, happy tech-in.